Are you ready? Are you? Can you be ready for something like this? I saw this coming out and I go, alrighty-a-roo. And so before it was available or dropped, it says coming soon on White Mountain Knives. Coming soon, And now it says notify me. Notify me? What? I thought it was coming soon. Well, you know what? When it was coming soon, I emailed Justin and go, me want one. So yeah, I got in because I got notified just in time and paid my pain. But you know what? It's worth it. This is an integral. It's the Tighe Down. Brian Tighe. I had one of his, oh my God, how many years ago was that? I don't know, how many years has he been making custom knives? And it was all about the Damas steel, the RWL 34, all that kind of stuff. But Canadian knife maker. And he has just, great design sense. And so for him to do this, he was doing stuff with CRKT, but it's not like this, right? He needs to. They've started doing some upscale knives. He should do something really, uppity up with them. But in any case, he's doing it with Wee knives, and this is called the Tighe Down, like I just said. But this is Bowler M390, and it's an integral. And there's your lanyard area, and there's your pocket clip, and it's right-hand tip up only, of course. Lots of swoopy lines here, right? Oh, God. And then you got the Storm Anno thing going on right there on the surround, pivot surround, flipper tab. And I was going, okay. Do you ever, like when you get an integral, one of your first things is like, how the hell, because did they put this together? Or would you take it apart and put it back together? Now, some of the Wee Knives things, they had a thing where there was a surround that could be released, right? So it would open this pivot area up even more. But I don't see that here. This is just this. And that's it. So you could unscrew this, pop this whole thing out, the blade would come out, but then I guess since if the blade was out, then this would release. This whole thing would release, and you could pull the whole plunger, stem, everything, and spring out. But then you'd have to install the spring in the end of that plunger and push it all back through enough and then stick your knife with bearings back up into this area with this plunged, closed. So you've got the blade holding that plunger back, interfering with it. I don't know. I mean, and you know what I decided? I ain't taking it apart. Only if it was necessary would I do that. So to hell with that. Kind of a blue carbon fiber. You can get them in different variants, like two or three others. But I saw this one, and I just like the natural titanium on this. I think it really shows the lines of all the machining. And you know what? Wee Knives is a perfect partner for this because, God, they do a great job. And it's not a frame lock. This just adds to really the nice flow of everything. You don't have to worry about the frame getting cut and doing this and that. I don't hate frame locks, but I'm had enough, It's nice to have a little break, and this is nice. Now, I don't know how you would arrange to do a top liner lock without leaving the integral idea behind. But, so this is fine. You know what? It's interfering enough there. This is probably not going to be your, drag around, use it to cut carpet and garbage, and then throw it on the counter. Not at, what was that again? $476. Just saying, You can buy a nice gun for that, I think. Okay, so what else does it say about it? Yeah, it's about 9.13 inches. Oh, God, 4-inch blade. And get 10% off with LTK as the discount code. There it is, Brian Tighe, designer. That's all I'm going to show you of the paperwork. This is nice. It's just, WE Knives can do so many beautiful things. Them and Reich and Riot seem to be the preeminent, inability to make beautiful sculpted stuff that's just seamless. And it is. And so this, if you're kind of a fan of higher end, folders, this would be deserving to be in your, even if you collect, custom, this could stand next to any custom, I think. Yeah, but will it be a knife? Will it be a knife? Oh, baby. That is it just lays it out. Well, they knew they were going to charge some money for this, so they might as well sharpen them. And they did. They sharpened them good. Except, most WE knives are pretty much that sharp anyhow. Centered. Nice. Nothing going on there. It's solid as a rock. And there's the frame underneath, so they kind of arched that middle to make sure we're not going to have any interference with the blade touching it. And it just drops nicely. It's very smooth. Nice ceramic ball there on the pocket clip. Gosh, it's just, yeah, wow. Brian does a great job, doesn't he? That's amazing. That's amazing. Feels good in the hand. Although this will, present something depending on your hand. If it's going to hit you right there, probably not your favorite as far as ergos, but you can, accommodate for that. And let me see, reverse grip. Actually, reverse grip is really comfortable. Wow. Okay. Whew. And you know what? It is a big dog, which is good. I'm happy. Yeah, it's 4 inches all day long and 9.15. Okay, yeah, I get you. At 23.2 centimeters. Now, what do we got for weight on here? And let's check that out, shan't we? Grams. 170. It's definitely not a lightweight. Let's go back to ounces if we can. 6. Bang, right on the nuts. Okay, 6 ounces. Okay. You have to make your own decision about that. I just don't think this would be a regular carry. This would be proud carry, show off stuff, display stuff, especially with Brian Tighe, that kind of thing, that legend, and this WE knife, bringing it to you. I just think it's beautifully done. And of course, at $470, it's way less money than a Brian Tighe custom. All right. So, and this, I don't think you're going to really miss it. I think you're going to love having your hands on this. And you know what? I don't think Brian would have worked with them if he would have felt like they just couldn't deliver. And I don't know anybody that doesn't think WE Knives can deliver on the quality and the workmanship. This is just beautiful stuff. Okay. Quit salivating all over it. And here's what's in the box. It's a pouch, and then I got everything. Oh, everything's zipped in it. I don't know that it usually is necessarily. I think I stuffed it all back in here. But, here's your zipper pouch. And the plastic the knife goes into, And then paperwork showing some of their other, award-winning. Really, this, I don't know, had this, maybe this will be at Texas Blade. If it is, it should win. It should win. I mean, as far as I got the Ziphius that won Texas Blade in 23, I think. Yeah, I've got that one still. And I'm just beautiful. The Exciton as well. I mean, there's just, they've been killing it. They really have. So, I mean, this is nice. And this little sleeve that slips over here is a very nice packaging. But this knife itself, yeah, it's money, isn't it? But then you go get a Brian Tighe custom and let me know how that works for you too. I mean, he gets money for his knives, and rightly so, because they're beautiful knives, and he's a great maker, and design is beautiful too. And this is nice. This is a little, like, it's not flush. It stands up a little bit here and here and here, and it's pretty flush as it flows from the top to the bottom. Yeah, but just a little bit above, raised above, there and there. Yeah, wow. But that took a few samples, this and that, cutting it in and figuring out your exact depth and getting that right. I'll bet they went back and forth with this, but the way this is, you know what? Maybe that is a bead blast, right? That's what it strikes me as, but did they say that? I should have pulled, they're saying the blade is stonewash, but, I say stonewash finish. Okay. Yeah, I mean, but really, that looks like a bead blast, and this looks like a bead blast to me. But oh well, okay. They're saying it's stonewash. All right, and here's this 24054-1 is this one here. Yeah, they're saying it's stonewash. Okay, but they're saying the blade's stonewash. I don't know. This looks like just like a bead blast to me. But, oh well. Nice. Beautiful knife. Feels good in the hand. Yeah, it's 6 ounces. 9.15 inches overall length. Beautiful design. This is nice. A little bit of harpoon type of, action going on here, which always attracts me. Just a really nice drop here. Just really solid. Feels good. Okay, I'm done. Really good. You may like one of the other variants, but this is in there. With, like, there's been about maybe 4 or 5 knives in the last couple years that I think are, in my opinion, are just incredible standouts, like award winners. I think this is another one right here. I do. All right. Give you a link to White Mountain Knives. If they have any in stock, go to We Knives on their page. And, of course, check with whoever you do your retail buying from and see what's out there. I think these are going to sell quickly, and I don't know how many they made. All right. You guys, stay sharp.